Hey, what's up, guys? Boundary Waters time again. Hey, tonight we're going to talk about creature comforts. And so I think that everything that I'm going to talk about here tonight is technically going to be a want and not a need. Some of the stuff, the line's pretty blurry. But, I'm just going to say again, the whole point of this channel is to maximize the amount of time that you guys are doing awesome stuff. And so I think it's really important to dial in the creature comforts, right? Because I don't think I'm talking to a lot of 20-year-olds right there whose back feels great every morning, right? Um, yeah, some of us 35, 40, 45, 50, right? Uh, we're just fit as a fiddle, and certain things impact us differently. But here's the thing: we want to be efficient. Like Boundary Waters is kind of, in a sense, like golf. Like you can do this up into your 70s or 80s. Okay, so let's talk about being efficient. Okay, let's talk about these creature comforts um, that we can afford now. All right, I'm just gonna get into it. I got a pile over here. So first thing, and this is not necessarily in order of importance, but this happens to be one of the most important things, in my opinion. Okay, obviously a rain jacket, you got to bring one. But with my rain jacket, and this jacket, this is my camping rain jacket. Um, okay. The thing I want to highlight here is the pit zips. Okay. So this jacket, it's pouring down rain, right? It keeps me dry. And while I'm talking about this, I also have rain pants. Rain pants, yeah, it's sort of a need disguised as a want. I mean, but leave those over there for a second. It can rain on your travel days. It can rain on your chill days. It can rain over breakfast, over dinner, and it's going to rain at different times. Sometimes it's okay. You don't need the pit zips. Like you're not working up a sweat. You're hanging out at camp. You're sitting back under a tarp, and you're like, whatever, and not exerting energy. Other days, you're sweating your ass off, but you don't want to get soaked from the rain. Guys, don't bring a jacket up there that does not have pit zips. Last time I'll say it, and then we're all dudes. We got a lot of us have to learn things the hard way. So I'll leave it at that. If that doesn't make enough sense. With the rain pants, once you get up there, I don't wear these. I never wear these while I'm traveling, okay? Because I'm working up too much of a sweat. I'm moving. I'm exerting energy. So those times it really doesn't matter. The rain pants are for camp. The rain pants are for if I'm just like drift fishing, for example. I got a layover day or two if I'm base camping. And I'm just sitting in a canoe and the rain is coming at 60 degrees. It's windy. The rain's coming down on me. Like rain pants, and they just double. I mean, they're pants, right? So like, they're good for the rain. And even if it's not raining and it's just mosquitoing, these come in handy for that too. Okay, I'm gonna keep throwing things down there. This flexible water bladder. This can put anything. Where this really shines is like whiskey or booze, because it really weighs nothing. It's like, I don't know, like 10 mil freaking plastic. I think these things are officially called rum runners because like people sneak them onto cruise ships and stuff. Like these are specifically made to tuck away booze in nooks and crannies. So if you want to do that on your trip, this is a really good option. You can also hold water or Gatorade. Oh, why did I not get to this second? Okay, dudes, like anyone who's 30 years or older, and younger too a little bit, depends. But after I turned 35 or something, like then on, like I was introduced to this chair which weighs 1 pound and 1 ounce. It's the REI Flex Light. I think that this thing can hold like a dude who's like 253. It's a camp chair, and long story made short is after a full day of paddling or backpacking or anything or whatever you're doing, it's nice to sit down in a chair, have a backrest, have a drink, fire's going. This accomplishes that for 1 pound, 1 ounce. REI Flex Light. Look into it. I would not recommend getting a cheaper alternative. Spend the money. I'm guessing these are like, I don't know, 70 or $100, something in that range. I'm sure there's more expensive, but don't go cheaper. You'll regret it. You will regret it. Done with that. Next one, still on the chair theme though. Okay, so this is a GCI Outdoors. I think another company makes these. Yeah, not plug-in. Easy desk. Not plug-in brands or anything, but what this is this is a seat cover that essentially sits on your canoe seat. Okay, it straps in, and this thing is specifically, check this out, guys. All right, see that portage? Like this unsnaps, and then when you're portaging, this goes down, and you lock in. I don't even know where it's at, but there's something somewhere here where you lock it in so that you can portage with this. Because remember, guys, if I'm portaging a canoe, I got it above me. The canoe is at this height, so anything that drops below that impairs my vision. For example, if this is a chair in the front seat, I'm portaging my canoe, right, and this goes down, I can't see where I'm walking. So this portage lock here locks this up so I can see as I'm portaging the canoe. Got a little pocket in back, but again, most importantly, when you're fishing, you get those layover days, or you're just kind of like chilling. If you're 30 plus years age, it is nice to have this backrest here. Like it's a little lumbar support and what have you. All right, got that. What we got next? Hammock, pretty straightforward. I don't even know if this was a half of a pound. I just started sleeping on. I go up to deer camp each year, go hunting, and yeah, long story made real short is I started sleeping on a hammock a few years back. It turns out that is comfortable as hell. And then, you know, that's not even to mention, like, if you're just chilling in the middle of the day, sitting on a hammock looking out at a Boundary Waters lake, wow, that's worth its weight. And if you set it up, depending on how your site's set up, that can be a chair. You don't have to bring it. So, yeah, most of you hammock guys will probably thumbs up that one. But if you don't know, if you're one of the elderly millennials like myself, hammocks are really sweet. Next thing, I don't know which category this falls in, but and ignore the ATC, but carabiners. My goodness, you know, I've been rock climbing my whole life, so I have a lot of carabiners. But as many as I bring, I always seem to use every single carabiner that I bring somehow, some way. They make life so much more efficient. And when you're on a Boundary Waters trip, for example, these bags, like in another video, you know, a backpacking backpack has all these different pockets. A canoe bag, like a Seal Line or a Duluth pack or a Granite Gear or a CCS bag, they're big compartments, and they have stuff on the outside like straps, you know, and cords that you can snap stuff to, which that's where your beaner comes in handy, right? Or, you know, you get in your tent at the end of the night and you got all this stuff in your pocket, you know, you get your head, you got your lantern, you get your knife, you get all these things, and you can just hook them right to the top of your tent. Like a beaner keeps things from getting lost. That's the bottom line. So if you can go out and invest in some real beaners, obviously they don't have to be locking carabiners, but go out and invest in some real beaners. Stuff won't get lost. I'm not going to get so dramatic to say that these will save your life, but if they do need to, like real mountaineering carabiners are the real deal. And I want to say, you know, the non-lockers like this, I think you should be able to get them for $7, $8, $9 a piece. Don't mind the duct tape on there. I do that for hunting so that when I'm hooking stuff up, like it dampens the sound. Like that's all it is. It's just there's no metal on metal, so don't overthink that. Any time of year, bring a pair of gloves. A lot of dudes bring leather gloves. I have these gloves here. They double as sort of like hunting gloves. They've got a real nice grip on them. I think I use these the most for like processing wood, but if it still gets a little bit cooler, keep your hands a little bit warm. I don't use these for paddling or anything like that. Some dudes do, but a lot of times it's really for processing wood. Like you can go out there and you can get a lot of stuff. Like wood will screw your hands up. You guys know this. Next. Okay, so we'll get to the fishing stuff in a second. Binoculars. Very not necessary. But that said, in the boundary waters, if you do it right, and you wake up early, or you wash your clothes before you go in detergent that has 0 scent, like bears are scared off by us guys, okay? Like, people are on this, am I going to see a bear? Like, there's going to be a bear at every corner. Like, they're kind of scared of us. Not they smell us, which I don't know if you guys knew this. Bears have a pretty good sense of smell. You're probably not going to see them. So, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't take much for a bear to smell us. Especially if you research, like, the olfactory glands and stuff like that. But I like to bring these because I'm cool with seeing a bear across the lake or an eagle or some such. And, if you're trying to scout out a portage or a campsite that, you can't quite see, or you want to see a little bit better, binoculars are pretty sweet to have, right? Like seeing that much farther, well, I don't know. So it just so happens that this pair right here, they do make binoculars that are waterproof. As I said with the previous item, like you guys picked up on the fact that I deer hunt. These do have, oh my goodness. Okay. Whew. It's been a second here. Okay. Thanks. Well, we'll do this some other time. Wow. There we go. Okay. They do sell these straps, which are really, really nice. Okay. But those don't move, right? It stays right there for you. That's it. There you go. Okay, so that doesn't move. And it's like, oh, eagle. Boom. Okay. Ooh, bear. Boom. Okay. Ooh, portage. Boom. So there you go, right there. All right. And what are we at right now? 13 minutes? Oh, screw it. Then we'll do 2 more items. We're already well past what I like to do. You guys are out there fishing. Fishing rod holder. Not necessary. You can put the fishing rod, if you guys are trolling, for lake trout, for walleye. Okay, you're doing that passive fishing. You're chilling. You're smoking a cigar. Just letting it rip. You can absolutely have that rod between your legs. Okay, no big deal. This right here, this is something that we found is real nice to handle. You clamp this onto the side of the canoe. You throw your rod in there, bait caster or spinning reel. Okay. You lock that in. Most of them have this locking device. A lot of them are the same. And you lock that in there, and what that allows you to do, if you want to paddle a little bit while you're trolling, then your hand's free on your, on your rod. You can see it. You can see when that tip goes down a little bit more and grab your reel. I've never lost a rod or anything like that on this one. And that's not even an expensive one. And the last thing, and I'm gonna plug something that I have not tried. This is the first thing that I'm gonna plug that I have not tried. And this is a drift sock. And I feel really confident this is gonna work out well. So a drift sock, here we go, okay. Its function is an anchor, okay? It opens up like this. It's got these cords here, okay? And this rope will tie to the canoe. This will catch, you know, if the wind's blowing really hard, the canoe is going to blow, and this is going to be sunk underneath the water. And yeah, it's a drift sock. I mean, look it up. It's got to function as an anchor. And I don't like to buy a ton of frivolous stuff, and I will certainly let you guys know if I made a faulty purchase there. But boy, I just like to listen to people who've been doing this for a while. And I have not used the drift sock before, and from what I can hear, the drift sock is just badass. Boy, I wish I had something even more badass to leave you with, guys. But those are my creature comforts for the evening. We're going to wrap it up. See you guys.